Hello, welcome to week 3 for the purple and white belts. As usual, make sure that if you are below purple and white belt that you do not take part in this lesson. If you're above, feel free to take part, but this lesson is just going to mainly work on the legs as well. We're going to add a little bit more onto there, and do a bit more work on the fitness as well. I'm going to add some more onto the combinations. Okay, hands by your sides, feet together, and bow. First of all, as usual, we've got to warm up, so we're going to shake the legs, shake the arms, and we're just going to jog on the spot. So just a nice slow jog. Okay, make sure those feet are coming off the floor. This doesn't count. Okay, I'm going to bring those knees a little bit higher, so they should be around about your belt height. Obviously, don't worry if you don't have a belt on. Okay, and just up and down on the spot. Just going to raise that heart rate a little bit. And open and close. And forwards and back. Up and down. And diagonally. Okay, and stop, shake those arms, shake those legs. Heads all the way up. And down. To one side. And the other. Shoulders forwards. And backwards. Arms forwards. And backwards. Cross your body. Give yourself a big pat on the back. Also want to say Happy Easter to everyone if you're watching it today, because I'm filming this on Easter Day. Hopefully you had a good time, and hopefully you ate as much chocolate as possible. So let's work some of it off. I actually haven't eaten any Easter eggs at the moment, which is quite sad. Hopefully I'll eat one in a bit though. Okay, and shake those arms. Hands on your hips. Push forwards. And backwards. To one side. And the other side. Circles one way. And the other way. Hands on those knees. And roll those knees around one way. And the other way. Stand up, shake those arms, shake those legs, and touch those toes. And back up. Touch those toes again. And back up. Shake those arms, shake those legs. I'm going to open those legs a little bit. I'm going to make sure those toes are pointing forwards. We don't want them out there. We want them forwards. I also don't want us to start out like that. I want to start off nice and close together. I'm just going to touch the floor. See if you can keep those legs straight. I don't want them there. Nice and straight. I'm going to go up onto those toes. And back onto those heels. And back to the middle. I'm going to open a little bit wider. And let's not be silly, just a little bit. And we come up onto those toes. And back onto those heels. I apologise if you hear any rain. It is currently raining, unfortunately. You've just got to make the most out of it. And back together. And we're going to slowly bring those legs in. And shake those legs. I'm going to have a sit down on the floor. Got our legs out in front. We're going to shake those legs off a little bit. And we're going to come straight into butterfly. grab hold those toes, nice little shake. And we're just going to rock from one side to the other. And stop, shake those legs. And we're just going to put our elbows in front of our legs. Use our elbows to pull our body forward. So we're going that way. Forwards. And release. Shake those legs. Bring them in a little bit tighter. Elbows in front. And pull forwards. And shake. One last time. All the way in. Elbows in front and pull forwards. Well done, and stop. Legs out in front, shake those legs. Pulling those toes forwards. And pull those toes back. One forwards and one backwards. And swap. We don't have those arms behind us because that's how we get lazy. Let's have those arms nice and close out in front and swap. And swap. Okay, we're going to come around and we're going to come up onto those knees. Okay, so from there, you have a look, my toes are nice and flat. And I don't want to have my knees out there. Okay, knees nice and tight together. Hands in front, don't want the rest of them behind me lazy. Nice and close in front. Okay, we're just going to sit there for a minute. Builds up the strength in those legs. So if you have a spare 5 minutes, 10 minutes, if you're sitting down, well, I know you've got loads of time on your hands. So if you're sitting down watching the TV or anything like that, have a change. Rather than sitting on your bums on the sofa, why don't you sit down on the floor like this? Just helps to build up those legs muscles. And from there, we're going to come up and we're going to push down onto the back of our toes. I'm going to come up, I'm going to come down flat. And again, up and down. Up and down. And from there, without putting any hands on the floor or anything like that, we come up onto our toes, we're going to push back and stand up. Shake the arms, shake the legs. Okay, we've got our left leg in front and our fists up, and we put one arm out and straight in front, nice and flat. Okay, with the other leg, we're going to keep this fist up as well, remember. We're going to 5 big kicks. Make sure those toes are pointing forwards, we don't want them pointing up to the sky. Nice and point forwards, so we get that extra stretch in those legs. So we want it at your shoulder height. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to swap legs. Other arm out in front. So we don't want the same arm as the leg. We want the same arm as the leg that's in front. And same again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shake the legs, shake the arms. Left leg in front again. Okay, we're going to go a little bit higher. So we want about head height, top of the head height. Fist comes in, and same again. We don't want to pull those toes back, pointing that foot forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you have a look when I do it, I'm not bending my back down when I do the kicks. My back stays nice and straight, so the arm stays there, and it comes up. Swap arms, 5 times, off you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And swap legs. One last time, we're going to go above the head. So it's your choice of the height. So if you can only kick that high above the head, only kick that high above the head. If you can kick all the way over there, kick over there. Obviously, remember your surroundings. Okay? So if you haven't got much space, be careful. Ready? I only want 3 with each leg. 1, 2, 3, and the other leg in front, arm out, 1, 2, 3. Well done, shake the arms, shake the legs. Okay, hands by sides, feet together, bow. Go and get a quick drink, then, well, pause the video, go and get a quick drink, then come back whenever you're ready. Okay, welcome back. I've taken my socks off for this part, only because just a little bit grip on the mat. Okay, we're going to do a bit of kicks and a bit of that towards the end of the lesson, so I thought it'd be a lot better since these mats are a little bit slippy to take them off. Hands by sides, feet together, bow. Okay, so we're going to work on fitness for a little bit. So I want us to really work on our press-ups, our sit-ups, our squats and our star jumps. So these are the basics that we do every single lesson. So from the first day you walked in till whatever belt you are now, you will be doing these all the time. Yeah? So we've got to make sure that we do the technique properly. Because if we don't, then we don't actually get anything out of it. So believe it or not, if you've been naughty or something like that, or you haven't been well behaved, then we'll tell you to do 5 or 10 press-ups. But it's not to be mean, it's to help. Okay? So if you do those press-ups and sit-ups and everything properly, they actually work on different parts of the body. So the press-ups, they work on your biceps up here, okay? The press-ups, depending on how you do it, work on different parts of the arm, but we're just going to focus on the biceps at the moment. Okay, so it's this big part. So when you make your muscles, it's the big part that sticks out there, okay? So they help with your punches and everything like that. You do your sit-ups, it works on this part there in the middle, your abs, your core, okay? So you do loads and loads of sit-ups, you get a really good core, and you get a really good stance, okay? So whenever you stand nice and strong, you don't get pushed about as well, because it all comes from the centre, from the core. Okay? Your star jumps helps a lot with your fitness. Okay? It's to do your cardio. So the more star jumps you do, the better your cardio becomes. So you can do more of different things. You can do things for longer. You can run for longer. You can do things like that. Your squats works on the power of the legs. So those big kicks we do all works on those with those squats. Okay? So if we only do that, we're not going to get anything out of it. And the same with the press-ups and sit-ups. So it isn't to be me. It's to help. Okay? Because if you do those press-ups, sit-ups and squats and everything better, your kicks are harder, your punches are harder. Because when it comes to your grading, you get to punch and kick us, we feel it 10 times worse. Yeah? So we've got to make sure that we're doing it properly. So we're just going to work on all of them, and we're going to go back through them again just to make sure. So we're going to start off with the press-ups. So in karate, we do wide arm press-ups. So rather than having our arms nice and tight in underneath our shoulders, they come out, don't they? So they're nice and wide. And we come down, and we come up. Okay, some points that we need to work on. Obviously, in karate, because of your age and everything like that, we do not mind if you go on your knees, and that's completely fine. But this doesn't count, because you won't get anything out of it. Your whole body has to go down. So my main advice is stay in a straight line, okay? So have a look how my body is in one straight line there, it comes all the way up and all the way down. If my bum's up there, I'm too high, and if my bum's down there, I'm too low, and I'm not really getting anything out of it. So one straight line, and I come down till my nose touches the floor. Obviously, I don't want your nose to touch the floor, so you headbutt it, because that's just going to hurt. Just so it's almost there, and I come back up again. That's one proper press-up. Now, the head doesn't move at all. The head stays in one straight line, and the hips don't move either. It all moves at the same time. So we come down and we come up. Same if I'm on my toes. I don't want up here and I don't want down there. Okay? Nice straight position. I come down and I come up. So my body almost touches the floor and I come up. Down, up. Okay? Those are your press-ups. So I don't mind how you do it. I don't mind if you do it on your knees or not. But what I want you to do is 10 good press-ups now. Not quick, I don't mind how quick you do them, but I want the technique done properly. Pause the video, 10 nice proper press-ups, then come back to the video. Okay, next we're going to work on our sit-ups. So our sit-ups, we have our feet with our knees together, okay, close to the body. I don't want those feet out there. and I don't want them nice and tight, a nice sturdy angle, okay, and those feet flat on the floor. Don't want heels, don't want toes, nice and flat, and the back comes down. Those arms do not go behind the neck, because what happens is you'll pull your head up and you'll hurt your neck. We don't want that, okay? So, we want to go to the side of our head, so to our ears. We're not going to pull our ears off, we're just going to put them there and rest them there, okay? Our whole body comes up until our elbows touch our knees. When our elbows touch our knees, then we can go back down. We can't stop there, and we can't go all the way through there because we don't want to headbutt ourselves. So we come up till our elbows touch our knees, and I come back down again. I come up, and I come down. I don't use my arms to pull myself forwards, it's all in that core in the middle. So I go up, elbows touch, back down. Up, touch, down. Up, touch, down. Okay? Same again. I want 10 good sit-ups, please. Pause the video, off you go. Okay, next one we're moving on to is our squats. Okay, so our squats are toes point forwards. Don't want them out there, and I don't want them in. They point forwards, okay? They're not going to go underneath our shoulders, they're going to come out. So remember our stances, it's the exact same position with our toes pointing forwards, okay? Our hands are going to go on our ears. They don't go behind the head because we're not pulling ourselves forwards, they go onto the ears. And we bend down and we come up, okay? I don't only go there. If I only go there, I'm not going to get anything out of it, okay? I go all the way down and all the way up, okay? It's not my back bending either. Has to be the power in those legs, okay? Now I'm on an awkward drive, which is like that, so it's really hard to practice these for me, but it's a good help. So I come all the way down and I come up. I come down and I come up. Oh, see, I'm almost falling over. So from the side, better angle, feet facing forwards, hands on the ears, I come down and I come up. When I come down, I want my bum to be in line, one straight line. I'm there. I don't want my back all the way down there, my back should be above my knees, as high as possible. And I come up. Okay, same again, 10 good squats. Off you go. Okay, next one is our star jumps. So for our star jumps, these are a lot easier. It's just really made for cardio. It doesn't really build any muscles or anything like that. But for our star jumps, some of us still get them a little bit wrong. So we're just going to make sure that we get a little bit better. So we start with our hands on our sides and our feet together. We go all the way up till our hands touch at the top and our legs come out past our shoulders. Our legs don't come there, okay? Our legs have to come out. So about, if you're in karate, one box this, well, I've got longer legs than you, but for me it's one box. And our hands touch at the top, okay? Now when I come back in, our hands touch at the bottom. So it's almost like you're clapping. So we come up and down. So you see how you can hear me clapping at the top and at the bottom. That's how I want your star jumps to be performed. Okay, in your own time, 10 star jumps, remember, I don't want speed. I want to hear clapping at the top and clapping at the bottom. I want you to stay in one spot. So I don't want you moving around while you're doing it or turning. Okay, we should stay in the same space. Okay, pause the video, off you go. Okay, welcome back. So, the last one is squat kicks. Okay, this one just makes it a little bit harder. So we've done our squats, we know how to do them now. With our legs facing forwards, we come down and we come up. Okay, for a squat kick, we just add 2 snap kicks into it. Okay, so the basic rules of those snap kicks, that knee has to come to belt height and those toes stay back. Those toes want to point up to our nose. Comes up, we snap it out and it points up. So with our squat kicks, we grab all those ears, we come down, we come up. We start with our right leg first. So if you have our left leg in front, it's the back one. So we've come down, we come up, right leg first, we snap out, and it comes back to where it was before. Then we do the other one. We don't come down, up, kick, down, up. It's just one movement. So down, up, kick, kick. Notice how my legs have landed exactly where they were. I haven't come down, up, kicked, and landed out here. I've come down, up, kick, lands back to where I want it, kick, back there. Down, up, kick, kick. Nice and high above that belt. Down, up, kick, kick. Down, up, kick, kick. Okay? In your own time, I want you to practice of those 10 good squat kicks. Off you go. Okay, welcome back. Hands by side, feet together. Bow. Well done with that. I'm very impressed. I want you to go and get a quick drink. Off you go. Okay, welcome back. For this part, when you're back over some combinations. So the past 2 weeks, we've gone over some of our moves, and we're just going to add a little bit more. As I said, we're going through a couple of kicks this lesson. So hands by side, feet together, bow, left leg in front, fist up. So we're just going to go back over the moves that we've gone over the last couple of weeks. So if you haven't already practiced them, I'm not going to go through how to do them again. You have to go back and watch the past 2 weeks. You can't just skip through to this video. You have to go back and watch the past 2 weeks in order to do this part. Okay? So with our left leg in front and our fists up. So, first week's moves, rise and X block, downwards X block, double punch. Second week's move, front punch, back punch, uppercut, hook. Okay, and our third week's move, we're going to work on our roundhouse kicks and our inside, outside crescent kicks. Okay, so we'll start off with the roundhouse kicks. Roundhouse kicks are particularly hard to do in a house or anything like that because you haven't really got a target. So no, I do not want you to practice on, even if you're doing it with a brother or sister that's happy to hold a pillow or anything, I don't want you to. Because what's happening is, when we come to gradings and stuff like that, you can't do those roundhouse kicks on nothing. Because when it comes to your 1 to 30 or anything like that, and you do your roundhouse kicks, if you can't do it on nothing, then you failed that part. So you've got to be able to learn to do it on a target and not on a target. So for this week, we're practicing on nothing. Okay? So even if you do have the option to, I don't want you to practice on any targets or anything like that. No punching bags, no pads, no nothing. Okay, so the main parts of the roundhouse kick. The most important one is to turn that front foot. Okay, if that front foot does not turn, then those hips aren't going with it, and you will hurt that leg. If that leg stays forward when you do that roundhouse kick, okay, you're going to hurt that leg. Okay, now there's multiple types of roundhouse kicks. We can come down, we can come to the middle, we can come higher, and when you get to a senior belt, we can come up, and then we can come down. Oh, slippy floor because it's raining. Okay? So we're only going to work on the low, the medium, and the high for this week. So the leg turns, and the hip comes to the side. Okay, when we do this roundhouse kick, we do not kick with the ankle of the foot, the side there. If we come around there, we're going to hurt that leg, and we can't point those toes and come around there either. It has to turn those hips, so it's the flat of the foot that we are kicking with. Okay? So, we have our fists up, that front foot turns. Okay? When the kick comes through, it comes up in 2 parts, like a snap kick. So if the knee comes up first, we come around, and then we snap it out. Snap, and it comes back. Those toes always stay pointed, so the whole foot is forwards with those toes. Foot comes to the side, knee comes up, around, and back again. Look, when I come back, my toes point forwards, so each time I have to change. I can't stand there like that and just do roundhouse kicks. I have to come back to toes forwards each time. Okay, and it's the same on the other leg. That ankle turns to the side, I come around, and I come back again. I come around, I come back again. Okay? I want you to practice going low, medium, and high. Okay? For your belts, low is below your knee, down there. Medium is your belt height, middle, and high is your shoulder height. So you want them nice and big, all the way up. Okay? Those are the 3 heights I want you to work on. So we're going to work on left leg in front and right leg in front. Pause the video, have a couple of goes of that. If you want to come back to it at any different point, come back to it then. Okay? I apologise for the rain, it's really getting raining out and these mats are getting a little bit slippy because the rain's managing to get in, but I'll still keep going and we'll still keep learning. So from there I'm going to work on the inside-outside crescent kick from now on. So the left leg in front and the fifth in there. The crescent kick, the legs stay straight the whole time. So I don't want any bendy legs at all. The legs stay straight and those toes want to come as far back as possible. So I don't want them pointing, I want them all the way back. Okay? So there's two types, the inside crescent kick and the outside crescent kick. The way to remember it is the inside comes in to the leg. So if I come in, I'm coming into the leg in front. If I have my other leg in front, I'm coming in to the leg in front. If I'm doing an outside, then I come out from the leg in front. So we come in, then we go around. We come out, and we come back around. Okay, a little trick for it. The quicker you swing this leg, the higher it'll go. If I swing it nice and slow, it's only going to go down there. If I swing it nice and fast, hopefully I don't fall over because it's raining, I come nice and high. So aim to get it at about head height. So I want one, then I want two. Nice and big. Swap legs. 1, 2. Nice and big. Okay? Remember, look at my leg, it stays straight the whole time. Don't want to see any bend. Same with the other one in front. 1 and 2. Nice and straight leg. Okay, and shake those legs, so well done. Make sure you've warmed up before you do these, obviously. So those are the kicks I want to work on this week. The inside and outside crescent kick, and the low, medium, high, roundhouse kick. Okay, so then once you've done all that, you're going to add all of it together. So, you've got 1, 2, 3, then back again. 1, 2, 3, 4, then back again. Leg turn to the side. 1, 2, 3, then inside and outside. Make sure it's above that belt. Okay, once you've done that, you swap legs. You work on it on the other side. 1, 2, 3, front punch, back punch, uppercut, hook, roundhouse kick, inside, outside crescent kick. Okay, those are your combinations for this week. Those are the moves I want you to work on this week. Okay, they're very important. Make sure what I'm trying to get across is you are not doing it on a target. Same with the inside-outside crescent kick. I don't want you going over someone's hand. I want you seeing if you can do it off your own. So if you can get a mirror to face or something like that, so you can see yourself doing it against you. So I have the iPad in front of me now, and I can see my face. So I can see exactly how high my leg is going. Okay? So those are the ones that I want to work on this week. Very impressed. Hands by side together. Bow. Go and get a quick drink and wait for the final part. Okay, welcome back. So the final part of this week is a weekly challenge. Okay, so for this week, we're going to go on to press-ups. So we've already done, you've already done, and I've gone through how to do press-ups properly. Okay? So this week, I want you to, your weekly challenge is for, you're going to set a timer for 2 minutes, or have someone count for 2 minutes. Okay? And you're going to do your max amount of press-ups in that time. So as many as you possibly can. One catch though. They have to all be done properly to everything that I've gone through. If they're wrong, then you have to take 2 off your final score for every one that you got wrong. Okay? So, go back in the video, rewatch again if you have to make sure that you're doing the press-ups properly. You can set a timer for 2 minutes, and you can see how many press-ups you can do in that time. Okay? Try and do it with your whole family if you can. You give it all a go. Okay? You don't have to do it once either. Do it as many times as a week so you can beat your score. If you manage to beat your score, then put that one instead. Obviously, if you can, and with parents' permission, then I want to see how much you get. Put it down in the comment section below, or I want you to put it in on our Facebook page if you have. Obviously, only if you have your parents' permission. Okay, very impressed for this week. That's your weekly challenge. Make sure you give it a go if possible. Hands by side, feet together. Bow. Well done.